Hello, everyone. So I'm excited to share some more word with you today, some more inspiration. I hope you receive this as an encouraging word and that it helps you get through this day and the days ahead of us. In Joshua, which I finished up the book of Joshua today, and in chapter 22 through 24 is what I was focusing on today. And, God reminds us that, or the author here reminds us that God's promises never fail. And there are good promises that are like, he promises to give us hope in the future. And then there's bad promises that are, if we don't do what God commands us to do, then there's going to be pain. And again, we focus on God's promises never fail, and that we are not perfect, but we are delighted to do what he commands us to do. So it's in here in Joshua 21:45. He says, "Not one of the good promises which the Lord has spoken to the house of Israel failed. All had come to pass." Every promise, and none of them had failed. It says, according to Romans 15:13, we can be filled with joy, with all joy and peace in believing. Being filled with all joy and peace in believing, not by doubting or by being negative, but by believing. We can find that joy and that peace. It says, we all believe something, but believing only God's word produces the results whereby we may abound in hope and overflow with confidence in his promises. How's your confidence in God's promises today? I'm praying for all of us that we can stand on every one of his promises as we go through these days. It says we all believe in something, but just being positive, having the best perspective on everything, and always believing the best of everybody, we release peace and joy in our lives. So expecting the best, we have this acronym that Zig Ziglar taught me way back when, one of my mentors. It's GEL. Be a good finder. Expect the best from yourself, from each other, from God for sure. And be loyal. Be loyal to one another. It says we get what we believe, what we think, and what we meditate on. We get what we believe, what we think, and what we meditate on. So believe God's word and expect peace and joy. Expect peace and joy. That's fruit that comes out of choosing that right mindset that comes from love, from the love that God has for us and the love that we have for him and the love that we have for our neighbor and for ourselves. So the thoughts lead to good feelings. I don't want us to think that we can just think and then have good feelings and that's the end. No, but it begins in our thoughts. Excitement, zeal, and passion are positive emotions. Excitement, zeal, passion. They energize us to press forward in our pursuits. I don't know what your milestones are that you're working towards, your goals are right now, but I've got some. I'm helping others reach their goals right now. And that's what we do here at Al Garza's Premier Martial Arts. So the Bible instructs us to be zealous and enthusiastic as we serve the Lord. Be zealous and enthusiastic as we serve the Lord. In Romans 12:11, it says, never lagging behind in diligence. In other words, have it to do it with passion. A glow in the spirit, on fire. A glow in the spirit, enthusiastically serving the Lord. That's an amazing vision, that we can capture that vision, and we can capture every thought to the obedience of Christ and turn those negative thoughts into some positive thoughts that can lead to some positive feelings. It says, Joshua exhorted God's people to love the Lord your God and walk in all his ways and keep his commandments and hold fast to him and serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, your very life. So he tells us in Joshua 22:5, he says, only be very careful and diligently observe the commandments and the law which Moses, the servant of the Lord, has commanded you to love the Lord your God and walk in all his ways and keep his commandments and hold fast to him and serve him with all your heart, with all your soul, with your very life. I'm giving him my whole life, and I am glad to do that. So good emotions come from good decisions and good thoughts. So I always think, good stuff in brings out some good thoughts. Those good thoughts can turn into some good words. And we can speak life into people and love in a loving, kind way. And those good thoughts can turn into good actions. One good action does not make a character. But when we repeat those good actions, when we have repetition of these good thoughts, these good actions that we're doing, then suddenly we're developing a good character, good habits and good character. So it goes good stuff in, good thoughts, good actions, good words, good habits, which builds a character. One good habit doesn't do it, but multiple good habits, like the 7 habits of highly effective people and that 8th habit. It says one way to enjoy a happier life is not to get up each day and wait to see how you feel. No way. We gotta set our alarm the night before, and we gotta decide that we are getting up because we got a big why, and we're excited about that big why. Instead, he says, letting those feelings dictate the course of your day, you want to make sure you've pre-framed positivity to dictate the rest of our day. Instead, set your mind in the right direction ahead of time and make decisions will produce emotions you can enjoy. And I close the book of Joshua in Joshua 24:15. He says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Can you guys say that with your whole heart? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And I just have this on my spirit right now, too. I shared with a friend this morning who said he needed to hear a message in humility. Well, I say, as for me and my house, we will humble ourselves and exalt the name of the Lord. Let me hear you say that. As for me and my house, we will humble ourselves and we will exalt the name of the Lord. And I think of that, and I think it's inspired by Joshua 24:15, which is he's saying about serving the Lord. He says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And serving the Lord is serving one another. So God bless you guys. Have a great day. Look forward to the next message. Bye.